video where he had cloned Tiger's voice and attached it to an AI, which would provoke another response from Tiger, who was once again insulted by Geordie's actions.
He made this cartoon
They made Tiger a VTuber.
lowered my voice and put it on the Tiger channel.
April 2021, 97.9 million views. April 2022, 8.5 million views. In the space of only 12 months, Kwebbelkop's viewership has fallen by roughly 90%, and we're going to outline every single mistake made which has brought him to this unfortunate point.
Wait, who's Kwebbelkop?
Geordie a little bit of slack. We need to specify that because he's a gaming YouTuber, some of this decline has actually been out of his control. We've explained in past videos that gaming YouTubers often have a very volatile career, as their view count is directly tied to the popularity of whatever game they happen to be playing. We can see this trend looking at Kwebbelkop's best month ever back in August 2019.
Here's the thing with that, okay? Sorry if it's like 40 seconds in and pausing, but here's the thing. If you're a gaming content creator, your popularity is tied with the game. That's definitely a thing. For example, look at Ninja. Ninja exploded because Fortnite exploded. Look at Corpse. Corpse exploded because of what they call that, because of Among Us, you know? There's like, your popularity definitely rises with the game. For example, it's Timmy. It's Timmy from Apex Legends, you know? There's a lot of things. Tyler 1, League of Legends, like, you know, it kind of does depend too. So this is why in content creation, it's always a good strat to niche out on a specific game. For example, if you're gonna be maining Overwatch 2, you're just gonna be playing nothing, streaming, and creating videos about Overwatch 2. That is usually how it goes. You cannot really be you cannot really be like hopping from one topic to another, because people, number one, are not interested on the second topic usually, and number two, algorithm only cares for the main topic. So that's a good point for you know, for people who wants to know. For me, it's just because I just love reaction stuff. So what happens is that the YouTube channel just becomes a formulated channel specifically for everything Ryozen. It's not niched out to like gaming, to like, you know, a specific reaction channel to a specific YouTuber. No, it's everything that happens on Ryozen streams that's getting posted into this channel, or everything Ryozen based. So yeah, a quick tip for those who wants to be content creators too, okay? Because I know that a lot of you guys want to be VTubers. So we'll probably have to make a stream about that, on how to be a VTuber. Like, you can have a $2,000 a model, but you only pay like $30 for that. Yes, that is true, by the way. There is tricks on doing that. It's boost that, by the way.
When his channel would achieve a monthly viewership of 166 million. At the time, Minecraft was coming back into the mainstream, bolstering Kwebbelkop's content, whilst Fortnite was still in its prime YouTuber phase, giving him countless opportunities for fresh new videos. Since Geordie had no control over the popularity of these games, you might go ahead and call this an element of luck. However, almost everything else which was bringing in these 166 million views had been a result of Kwebbelkop's actions. For example, Geordie was a master at collaborating with other YouTubers.
I'm a YouTuber. I want to know more YouTubers. I want to get to know all the YouTubers. I want my friends to be YouTubers, or people that are doing similar stuff.
This became most evident after forming a YouTube trio known as Robust, which included Kwebbelkop alongside two other familiar faces, Jelly and Slogo Man. Kwebbelkop explained that his first viral video with over 14 million views was him, Jelly, and Slogo simply messing around on GTA 5. As their relationship strengthened, a video where Kwebbelkop simply met Jelly in real life for the first time gained over 12 million views. The trio were even picked up by PewDiePie's YouTube network Revel Mode, alongside Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, with a subscriber count of Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo being the best piece of evidence for the success they'd find as a trio. In addition to forming the Robust group, Geordie began dating fellow YouTuber Azzyland in 2016, with Azzy herself having a multi-million subscriber count at the time, meaning that they could...
Here's my opinion, okay? Making gaming content now in this age is pretty hard unless you do something very crazy or very different. For example, there is multiple content creators streaming or making games about a specific game. For example, let's look at like a gacha game. That one gacha game already has multiple creators in it, you know. So I think, generally speaking, because content creation is it's not a job anymore, it's now a hobby. So even those who wants to make content about a specific game, they just do it for the fun and for the lulz. And technically, you're going to be competing against that. Now, here's the caveat. If you want to promote content and you don't really care about competition, you don't really care about growth, you just want to, you know, make good stuff around the game, then yeah, sure, go ahead. Doesn't matter. But if you're thinking of becoming the #1 Fortnite streamer or the #1 Fortnite content creator, that's not really going to be happening anytime soon. unless you have some viable strats on making or doing that possible, you know, unless you do some hyper EXE style of editing, you make like very incredible skits too. Like, you know, it kind of depends really too on the quality and what you're thinking of, because like what Mr. Beast said, it's always the idea. It's not the editing, it's not the production, it's not the recording, it's not also like the budget of it. The thing that makes a video a successful one is the idea. What is the concept behind the video, and what is the concept behind the video? You know, the concept and idea is always going to be the most important one, according to Mr. Beast. Now, if you're gonna put that on streaming terms, okay, if you're gonna make a streaming community around a specific game, that's doable. As long as you main specifically one game, you build an audience around one game, that's good enough. That's always gonna be good enough. This is why majority of the bigger streamers, they always come from a specific game. Look at Asmongold. Asmongold came from World of Warcraft. Ludwig, he came from a Super Smash Bros. Like, you know, Jschlat, he came originally from Minecraft. You see, majority of these big content creators that went variety is they started from a very specific game and they grew with that game. They made communities on the game and they added more and more people. And then after that, they started doing more variety content when they're big. So it's not really advisable to make variety content on the start, because you need to find a community first of your own for you to do that. Now, for my case, again, look at this as a grain of salt. If I only played Minecraft continuously, I would have gotten like 200 viewers by now, because that's the traction was. I got 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, whatever, man. But the thing is, we have diverse gameplays. Like, for example, right now we're doing a reaction stream, right? Yesterday we did a Tower Fantasy stream. The day before that, we did a Just Chatting stream. So we're inconsistent with our content. And what happens is that people want to watch Minecraft, but they see Tower Fantasy. They're gonna be like, oh no, I don't want to watch that. I just want to watch Minecraft. And they ended up watching other Minecraft content creators. So it's really nice to just niche out on a specific topic, game, or genre. This is why, for my case, I just want to be someone like Charlie who does reactions, who just talks about stuff. It's essentially a commentary channel. So that's my take on it though. But you know, what about you guys though? Again, you could, but again, don't listen to me, don't trust me, because at most I'm just a small person. So if I was ever big, like 1 million subscribers, then maybe yes, you could take my advice seriously if I have like 1 million subs. But as of the moment, as somebody who's standing around like 6,000, 7,000, I'm not sure. I don't look at sub count. My opinion should not be taken seriously because I'm pretty small. But at least you guys know that, you know, what I'm doing is already wrong, because I'm not growing as fast, or I'm not growing as much, because what I'm doing currently is wrong. So don't be like me. TLDR, that's the only thing I could say. But yeah, that's the content creator path for you. Again, gaming, I don't really suggest it unless you can do something very unique and very nice and very, you know, entertaining. Then definitely with that too.
Could collaborate on various different videos, providing further growth for each creator. Yet the overwhelming driver behind Kwebbelkop's extreme viewership was without a doubt his laser focus on the content in combination with an unwavering work ethic. After beginning his channel, Geordie made a commitment to upload one video every single day, which he would continue for a period of over 9 years.
27th of August 2012, I said to myself, I'm never gonna miss a day of uploading, no matter what happens, and every day I'm gonna make a video that's better than the one before.
Additionally, all of his energy was being focused on one channel only, ensuring that the one daily video was always of the highest quality.
Every day I worked on it, every day I studied it, I watched tutorials, I read articles, I spoke to people, I practiced, and every day I made new videos.
And within this daily upload, it was obvious that Kwebbelkop's goal was to ensure the most optimal experience for the audience.
I was making videos that my audience loved watching, right? So I asked myself, what does my audience love the most?
Each of those clips from Kwebbelkop's discussion on the Watch Time podcast also displayed just how switched on he was in terms of personal development and the correct attitude required in order to grow a successful YouTube channel. So if he had the correct attitude and mindset in order, why after 5 years of gaining an extremely consistent 100 million views per month did this number drop to between 5 and 15 million over the course of only a year? Well, in order to answer that question, let's begin by looking at a Twitter post made by Kwebbelkop in early 2020. Before things go any further, I want to address the rumors rumors. After 3.5 years of being together, Azzy and I recently broke up. I have nothing but love and respect for this beautiful, smart and caring woman. Please respect our privacy. Thank you. Which was accompanied by a video approximately 1 year later, conveniently just before his views began to decline, explaining the reason behind their breakup.
Why did you guys break up? Well, as you guys might know, I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and Azzy is from Canada.
Oh my God,
it was a long distance relationship.
Apart.
Once the honeymoon phase was over, we realized that we're two people from completely different places.
However, it would still be a little far-fetched to blame Kwebbelkop's decline in viewership on nothing but this separation. Sure, he had one less person to collaborate and make videos with. However, if we take the date of Geordie's separation announcement, March 2020, and placed alongside his view count at the time, he actually went up in views after breaking up with Azzyland. Of course, there were other factors at play during this time, such as people being at home and therefore watching more YouTube due to the pandemic. Yet, as an overall, the data doesn't really suggest that this breakup had much of an impact on his eventual decline in views. However, it wasn't only Azzyland that Kwebbelkop would stop making videos with. After 5 years of filming together, the robust trio being Kwebbelkop, Jelly, and Slogo would also slowly disintegrate. Instead of playing with Geordie, who was busy making various reaction videos, Jelly and Slogo replaced him with a different YouTuber by the name of Crainer, which was noticed by fans on Reddit. The last thing I remember was that Kwebbelkop was playing Minecraft with Jelly and Slogo Man in Robust Town. Now everything has changed. Jelly and Slogo Man replaced Kwebbelkop with Crainer in a new Minecraft server. Kwebbelkop made his own solo play, and right at this moment he's only doing reaction videos. What is going on? Anyone got the
Reaction
explanation for it? Why is he now not playing with his friends anymore?
I don't know.
Why isn't he playing games anymore? Is he going to maintain it like this, or will he come back to his own self again?
The problem with the reaction videos is that the problem with reaction videos is, number one, your video is tied with the popularity of the main video you're reacting to. That's number one. Number two, the second factor is the popularity of the person reacting to it, you know? So yeah, it kind of does matter. If, like, say, I am a VTuber who's basically washed up and you guys don't really know me a lot. I mean, you guys do. My audience, you guys do know it, okay? But generally speaking, if a random person, you know, in the internet or in YouTube saw my thumbnail, they're not gonna click on it because they don't know who I am. Unless we clickbait him, and clickbaiting is not really a thing I do. So normally you only get popular when you already have a viewer base for it, you know, to get that initial views. Because YouTube works in a way that if you get more views, it snowballs harder and harder. That's why you can get millions of views overnight. So that's a factor to it. But generally, for my case, it has never happened so far, because we have been doing so much variety that we don't really have anything to niche on. So I'm hoping to fix that in the future, but for now, let's enjoy things. And going back to the topic of reaction videos, is that yes, reaction videos are easy to produce, they're easy to make. You could mass produce them essentially, but the problem with reaction videos is that DMCM claims is such a you know, is probably the controlling factor to it. This is why for my case, I ended up making the reaction video into a more commentary style, where I pause the video, talk about it in a few minutes or sure, whatever. And then after that, I try to get in some editing by the editors. Actually, the editors try to get in some memes, try to, you know, transform the video so it becomes transformative in nature and content. So it's not just blatantly ripping up something from other people's hard work. Even with those efforts, I still consider myself as a content leech. So again, it does kind of differentiate you from content creator to content creator, but generally speaking, reaction videos it's pretty easy to do, but there's like a lot of techniques you could pull it off. Like, for example, like again, Asmongold is a great majority of like the great reaction streamers, the great varieties, the best of streamers in Twitch are majority they do lots of reactions because they're already popular. So it kind of does depend on your tactic too. Like, who knows? Kind of depends on your tactic too. But I do think reaction videos, as long as you're putting your input into them and you're making it transformative, I think that's good. I think that's good enough. But, you know, I'm biased since I make reaction videos. So what do you guys think though? I mean, for my case, I consider myself as a leech. But you guys, I don't know. It's gonna be up to you guys to decide if I'm a leech or not.
First he took down the vlogs, but then he stopped playing with friends. As this became an increasingly common discussion in Geordie's comments section, he'd upload a video titled Why I Left Jelly and Slogo, explaining that as a result of making video after video with the group, each of which following a similar narrative, Kwebbelkop felt as though he wasn't growing due to a lack of creativity.
I saw that my creativity was running out. I was just doing things with the group. I was going into that direction. I realized that I stopped growing as a person and that I just stagnated in life and I was just doing the same thing.
Jordy also explained that at around the same point in time, he had become depressed, which made him feel as though he was holding the group back.
I ended up getting a depression, which I've never, ever said anywhere publicly, but it was also holding them back because I couldn't give them the energy that they needed to make these videos good.
And as a result, he began to participate in fewer and fewer recordings.
It wasn't a clear cut.
Okay, another pause. Again, I'm sorry I'm pausing the video so much already, but here's the thing. I think Kwebbelkop is child friendly. His content is very family friendly and child friendly, which boosts him a lot in the algorithm. That's number one. Number two, kids do not actually really care about the quality of the video. As long as they watch something and they could like say if they could relate to it, or if you have like funny dad jokes, like yeah, it's gonna go big. That's the thing. Kids are the kings of YouTube. I'm not saying this sarcastically, but children who watch content in YouTube is a huge demographic. You guys don't know this, but they are the hidden OP. Why do you think Cocomelon is so huge? Why do you think Ryan's toy channel review is so huge? Like, you guys know what I mean? Like, making content that is watchable by kids is actually really good too, while at the same time pondering towards, you know, a teenage audience or like a young adult audience. That's actually really good because it generates you lots of views, lots of subscribers. But the only thing is that you need to play between certain rules, and sometimes if you get a simple specific, like a very simple let's say cancellation attempt, you sometimes get cancelled really easy, really quick, because your audience is your kid audience where it's not willing to defend you tooth and nail. Like, for example, look at content creators that have an adult audience. They're the ones who usually become uncancelable. You know, you can't really cancel them anymore. Like, for example, look at iDubbbz. You can't really cancel iDubbbz now, can you? You know, look at JSchlatt. You can't really, you know, cancel him, can you? Like, you know, if you have the more mature audiences, the more you become untouchable by Twitter, essentially, by cancel attempts. But the more younger your audience is, the more you get at, the more you are socially you're more socially easier to attack. So there's like a caveat to it. There's like a, you know, there's like a left and right. There's like a balance to it. So kind of does depend on your take too.
Bye guys, see you tomorrow. And instead it was me joining less and fewer recordings.
From this point onwards, Kwebbelkop was no longer making videos with the group, which had helped him to become so successful in the first place. He then began to collaborate with a new YouTuber going by the name of Tiger, yet this would also end in another bit of drama.
Me and Kwebbelkop got into a fight, and after this fight I was pretty much left with nothing.
Kwebbelkop found Tiger when he was still a small YouTuber, and while the details aren't public, it seemed as though Kwebbelkop offered guidance and growth to Tiger in exchange for part or full ownership of the channel.
I'm like, this guy could be a really big YouTuber if I would coach him a little bit. He has so much talent.
Now this went exactly as planned in the beginning. Cool. They started playing together, and pretty quickly Tiger's viewership skyrocketed from 2 million views per month to 20 million views per month. However, at around the same point in time, Tiger randomly stopped uploading altogether. 2 months later, Tiger would upload a video on a different channel titled Why I Left Kwebbelkop and Tiger, explaining that he couldn't talk about what had happened with the channel.
And I'm not gonna get too much into who was in the right or who was in the wrong.
Maybe he got an NDA.
I can't.
But he was no longer friends with Kwebbelkop.
Everyone is asking the same thing. Why are you not uploading to Tiger, and what happened between you and Kwebbelkop? Well guys, it essentially boils down to one thing, and that is that me and Kwebbelkop are actually no longer friends. I feel hurt, I feel disappointed, I feel betrayed, and most of all, I feel forgotten.
What would become obvious later was that somehow Kwebbelkop had claimed ownership over Tiger's channel, as he would upload a video where he had cloned Tiger's voice and attached it to an AI, which would provoke another response from Tiger, who was once again insulted by Jordy's actions.
He made this
They made Tiger a VTuber.
My voice and put it on the Tiger channel. Listen, Jordy, this cartoon version of you might be your best friend, but I'm not your best friend, okay? I'm not even your friend.
And after Tiger called him out, Kwebbelkop seemed to panic as he would delete every video featuring the AI Tiger clone. The two would make up on Twitter with
the thing is, that's so easy to fucking pull off, man. The thing is, okay. The thing is, if you're a VTuber, I'm a VTuber too myself, so I can speak to this, is because, like, for example, for him, he could easily be replaced by a VTuber that looks like him. You know what I mean? And as long as you get someone with the same voice, or you could, you could synthesize your voice to be the same, not really the same, but as close to him. It's good. It's Gucci. It's doable, you know. And then the best part of it is that you don't really actually have to be you don't really actually have to to be the person itself, because VTubing is already taking like it's also like it's starting to be a legitimate approach to content creation. So yeah, that was so funny. Imagine an IRL person getting replaced by a VTuber. Jesus Christ, man, the world we're living in. The man, goddamn.
Jordy stating life is too short to have enemies, yet shortly thereafter Kwebbelkop would end their exchange by blocking Tiger on Twitter.
But then for some reason my man decided to block me. But you know what, man? I don't care.
What's most interesting about this whole interaction is that it correlates perfectly with the point at which Kwebbelkop's views began to decline rapidly. However, the reason for the impending decline wasn't the drama itself, but rather one discovery made by Jordy throughout the conflict with Tiger, being that he could make an AI character to act as a real person. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in business is that pretty much everything you dream is possible. Cloning yourself, too easy. 4 years ago, I was in the middle of a burnout, made 3 videos per day and streamed 2 to 3 hours per day. I wished I could clone myself, so I did. What Kwebbelkop is referring to in this Twitter thread is a channel he launched 1 month after the drama with Tiger, which posts gaming videos and uses an AI character as the main personality within the videos. Now, there's nothing wrong with anyone beginning a second channel, but when looking at the numbers, it's obvious that this new AI channel going by the name of Blue was seriously fragmenting Jordy's attention on the main channel. It was launched in May 2021 and began to do 4 million views per month instantly.
They're ruining everything.
Kwebbelkop channel, May 2021 was also the point at which his viewership declined from an average of 100 million views per month to 60 million views per month. Kwebbelkop began to celebrate the strides that his AI channel was doing, yet he also seemed completely oblivious to the massive decline that was happening on his main channel. His average monthly viewership was down by 40 million on Kwebbelkop while he was celebrating 4 million views a month on Blue. It was the very definition of the man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither, and this decline on the main channel brought about further changes, which would ultimately make things even worse. Kwebbelkop would upload a video titled My Most Important Video with I Quit in the thumbnail.
If that's the case, then just be an agency.
I'm having a hard time being creative. I'm having a hard time having fun in my job. I'm having a hard time sleep. I'm always worrying about YouTube, always thinking about YouTube. I'm not enjoying it as much as I was before.
Before going on to state that after 10 years, he was discontinuing the daily uploads.
That's why after 10 years of making daily videos, I quit. I quit making daily videos.
Kwebbelkop would finish the video by stating that starting from today, he planned on making top quality content that the audience wanted to see.
Starting today, from now on, you can expect my next video to be top notch, to be really flipping good, to be exactly what you want to see.
Yet the first 3 videos posted in the days that followed were him bragging about his $10,000 dog, then him bragging about his custom orange G-Wagon, then him bragging about his $7.5 million penthouse apartment.
Welcome to my $7.5 million penthouse tour. Let's see if this video can hit 100,000 likes.
And it's just like, why would you post this, dude? Not only have you stated in the past that you apparently don't do YouTube for the money.
I don't care about making an extra buck on YouTube. I don't care about the money. I really
he took the Marks route then.
Do not do YouTube for the money.
But do you really think the audience wants to open up the YouTube app and instantly see something that makes them feel inferior to you? Do you think new viewers on your channel want to open up the video section and see one video saying I quit followed by 3 videos talking about how rich you are? You think it's just a coincidence that David Dobrik got cancelled in the same month that he posted his brand new multi-million-dollar house to YouTube? When you invite envy into the life of others, you pay for it in ways which you will not expect. The 3 videos felt like nothing more than a validation-seeking exercise which came off as quite insecure. A 2008 study by the Journal of Consumer Research stated that when people feel powerless and out of control, they feel an increased desire to purchase items which convey high status. Further, this increased attraction to high status products stems from a specific inclination to re-establish power, which might explain Kwebbelkop's motive to upload these off-brand videos. Maybe deep down he felt as though he had lost his position of influence, which was certainly plausible because at the time of uploading the videos, his monthly viewership had declined by over 85% from its peak. Additionally, his house tour might have been evidence that Kwebbelkop had fallen into the classic trap of becoming distracted from the channel by the items he was able to purchase as a result of the channel in the first place. This theory could be supported by the fact that after uploading his house tour to YouTube and announcing that he no longer planned on uploading daily, the videos slowed dramatically. He went from 1 video per day to only 2 videos in both March and April of 2022, doing further damage to the channel's view count. Now, we can't neglect the fact that his blue channel has actually gained a bit of traction over the last couple of months, gaining between 10 and 25 million views per month. However, when combining the views of both Blue and Kwebbelkop together, even on the best months he doesn't crack 40 million views, which is still less than half of what he was able to achieve while simply focusing on one channel. In a recent video titled My $100 Million GTA 5 Business in Real Life, which sports a similar kind of vibe to the apartment tour, Kwebbelkop talks about how he's also launched an NFT business and is working on a video game, potentially fracturing his focus from YouTube even further. As mentioned earlier, Kwebbelkop is extremely switched on in terms of how to build and run a successful YouTube channel, although as a whole there are two obvious problems
NFTs is a pyramid scheme at this point.
The first problem, which thankfully is relatively easy to fix, is one relating to ego. Jordy, I know how much we as males love to brag. It's written in our DNA to talk endlessly about how good we are, but you have to resist the urge to do so. Proclaiming your high status by posting videos on
I wish I could brag. I'm not like Kwebbelkop where he has like millions worth of dollars of cars or houses or anything. I wish I could brag. I wish I could brag like, oh hey, look, I have like 6,000 viewers, 6,000 subscribers in YouTube, or hey, I have like a 1 point something K on Twitch, like, which is small numbers by the way. Or hey, like, hey, I have this and this. Like, I wish I could brag something, but every time I look at things, I kind of just realize that I'm empty and void inside. And the only reason why I do content creation is because I want to be with you guys. So if there is something ever that I will be able to brag and be proud of, I think I will be able to brag you, the person watching this video, you guys on the live stream, you, the viewer, the supporters, the subscribers, the viewers. I think you're the people that I'm gonna be proud of. I'm gonna be bragging off. I will never brag off, like, let's say, if I ever got rich, like a Bugatti or a car or a mansion, I will probably never have those in the first place, because I would give that money back to you guys, because you guys know me. I live in a third world country where I basically eat. I'm a plant. I eat water and sunlight. That's how I survive. You know, because being poor is kind of sad, but it's fine, because the thing is, what makes me happy is making content, talking to you guys on a daily basis. It's fun. So given the opportunity, I would be able to brag you guys in the entirety of my life as a streamer, as a 9-to-5 average working Joe, you know, as a college student, high school, whatever. I think the highlight of my life would be streaming and meeting you guys, because you guys are the most wonderful people, and I'm never gonna be ashamed of it. You guys are my pride and joy, and you guys are the legit reason why I'm happy and proud, because you guys are the things I would be bragging towards, you know, forever. Like, for example, here's an example. Okay, other streamers or YouTubers, they would brag, oh hey, I have like 200 live viewers on my live stream, and I would say, hey, I only have 4 viewers in my live stream. But do you have glitch? You know, do you have Himari? Do you have unknowns? You know, do you have Shimo, Quistia on your stream? You don't have them because they're here with me, and I'm proud of that, and I can brag you guys because all of you guys are individually very special to me. I don't know. That's just what I think. Probably because I'm just poor. It's a poor man's world, so I learned to value everything to me. So we'll see. But generally, I don't think that will ever change. This is why, like, in the future, I'm actually planning to do like philanthropic projects. If we ever, like, for example, let's say if we ever get big, somebody makes us big. I don't know. We'll see. We join an agency. We get big. Given the opportunity, I would just give the guests you the money. How? Free merch. Like, everybody who signs this Google form gets free merch. Something along those lines. Or, you know, whoever, like, will have daily raffles and that kind of stuff. Because by the end of it, I'm a VTuber. My IRL doesn't really concern you as much. So the only thing I could give you is to give you guys a fun time in the live streams at the very best, and probably produce entertaining videos. The thing is, I don't know how to do them, so I don't know. We'll see. I just hope that somebody like Kwebbelkop kind of visits the stream and say, oh hey, you're a good person, why not come join our agency, or let me teach you how to do this thing, and then maybe you could do better for the world. I don't know. We'll see. I hope that opportunity does come, because I want to do this forever, because I get to spend time, all of that time, with you guys.
G-Wagon and multi-million-dollar home ironically does the opposite of what you want it to, as your audience doesn't want to follow someone that needs to be validated in any way, shape, or form. The second problem is a little harder to solve as it requires either more sacrifice or time, and I could be wrong altogether with this second problem because I'm not sure what kind of numbers your other businesses are doing, but your focus is clearly fragmented, or maybe you have too many things to focus on. You claim to have between 50 and 100 employees.
I'm running a business with I don't know how many employees, anywhere from 50 to 100
What kind of business manager doesn't know his employees?
Your views are significantly below where they were during any other year since 2016. The potential inefficiency of this was also noticed by some of the sidemen.
So Kwebbelkop has basically tweeted out saying that he spends on average 14 days and 14 editors to make one video.
Instantly, I'm thinking your team or your process is incredibly inefficient.
And while the one step back for two steps forward mentality is a great thing to have, something feels off with the numbers. Maybe you're just bragging about employing way more people than you actually do, and if this is the case, it's just another piece of evidence for the previous point. Quit with the bragging. It's not necessary and adds no value to anything at any point in time. When you appeared on the Watch Time podcast with Muselk, one very mature thing that you said was that you appreciate when your YouTuber friends call you out on things. So while I was probably a little bit harsh in this video, hopefully it can provide some genuine tough love feedback about where you can improve.
I mean, to be honest, I think that's what happens, I guess, when I think what happened with Kwebbelkop is more of a personality thing. Probably he got burnt out making videos. He probably had a falling out with his friends. Probably the falling out turned him into this. That's what I'm thinking, at least. And probably after that, like, he just decided to take things on a slower pace and enjoy life. That's what I would say he did. And the thing is, like, I don't think that's wrong. You know, for example, you guys might hate me for this, but for example, look at PewDiePie. PewDiePie's the king, unarguably the king of YouTube. He uploaded videos daily, he's very entertaining, and now he's taking the slow road. He's not retiring, but he's definitely taking it more chill. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because the thing is, you have to just realize that these people, these content creators, are still people. They still have their lives and they have these things to do. But when it comes to like analytics and, you know, criticizing them, I also think it's a fair share to at least point out what they did wrong so that we could learn from them. Specifically for me, like for example, I watch SunnyV2's videos a lot, specifically on the content creator side of things, because I want to learn how these VTubers grew up, how these YouTubers, sorry, grew up and became famous, so that I could at least emulate them, or other people who failed and started crashing and burning down, so I don't follow the same mistake that they did. You know, that's what I think. So I think this video is like, it hits home. It hits really hard home. So I like this video a lot. That's a very good suggestion, by the way. Anyway, let's go to the next video, boys. Good video as always from SunnyV2.